Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and a brand new video on Marvel Contest of Champions. This is sort of MCC news and also kind of a catch up. You'll notice a lot of things are kind of different in that yesterday I lost everything on the channel. I lost all the imagery and stuff because this little piece of shit, which is an SSD solid state drive, decided to fail. So I lost it all. I lost all the setups, the way that my OBS runs, all my templates, and a lot of the things that make the channel work well for the time being, up to the point I have a big upgrade in January of next year. So I lost everything, and it bummed me out quite a bit. So that's why there's not been any content on the channel for the last 2 days. But, and here's the positive side of things, I've got rid of all my anger about it because I was pretty fucking angry. And yeah, I'm just going to get on, put a smile on my face and get on with trying to make videos again and improve my templates and make my templates again. And I will do a new MCC news kind of intro and some other bits. So yeah, but I thought it's probably just best to let you know first off, and get into some news that's been within the community as well as the forums and other stuff that's going on with the game. So our first story is the announcement that yes, there's New York Comic Con. I'm not going. I'm not bitter about it. I just don't have the money to go. If I made more money on YouTube, yeah, that'd be great. And then I could spend time going to these things, but no, I think we're going to do a live stream and say like live stream. I didn't make it to New York Comic Con live stream, so look out for that in the next few days. But it does mean that if you are going, that Seaton as well as the Analyzer, who's just decided that he can actually make it, as well as Contest Champion Brian Grant, Dork Lessons, Dorky Diggity Dave, Legacy Yeet OS Black, and obviously Seaton Man of Legends, Queen of Pawns, Arbitrarium, Steiny TV, and Kilograns, I can't pronounce it, Killer GINZ is going. So yeah, it's going to be great. You can meet all these fantastic YouTubers and have a blast with them, you know, take a photo, have a conversation, you know, it'd be great. I really wish I was going, I really do. So the meetup is in the link in the description, so go and check it out. It is Friday 1900 hours EDT time, and yeah, Dave and Buster's. I don't really know New York, so I'm assuming that's a thing. So yeah, look out for that. And obviously, if you're going, make sure you kind of put on that you are going to it as well. You know, have a laugh with these lovely people within our community. Next bone of contention is the calendar, guys. You know, the calendar has not been as good as we'd have liked. Obviously, there has been great hype around previous calendars where we've seen things like 5-star shards, we've seen tier 4 catalyst, class catalyst that is, and other things that are really beneficial for roster improvement and other kind of things. So people have gone to the forums and they've started a poll to just say, hey, look, you know, we're not too happy with this month's calendar, and hopefully that in the future we do see some better ones. Obviously, we've got Halloween, we've got Christmas. We may even see something that's running into the new year. Maybe even something at the time of Act 5, Chapter 4 being released. Who knows? Hopefully they do improve, and it's not a very lackluster kind of part and time in October, because, you know, we need some hype. You need some hype around stuff. You do New York Comic Con, you know, it should be like something from New York Comic Con, you know what I mean? Really kind of get into stuff that's happening. Really kind of, I think that's where Kabam have kind of became very out of tune with things, because they used to be very in keeping with seasonal things. So it would be good for them to get back into seasonals, maybe even in the correspondence with stuff that's going on with films, like saying, I don't know, a special Thor calendar, where at the end of it you get another chance to get like a 14-day Thor calendar, where in conjunction with the film being released, that you know, you get to get a potential chance at a 4-star Thor. And it's just an extra thing, not just with a standard calendar, but like a special calendar running in conjunction with this, if you get my drift. It would be nice for them to get, like I said, tap into those seasonals, tap into those film releases, and even Netflix releases. They don't have to even cross-promote something, but just put something in there that's a bit kind of like them doing something separately to it, to acknowledge it. And obviously in keeping with the same scheme of things, like, yeah, Kabam, you need to really kind of like up your game. This hotfix comes in place, this kind of 15.1.2, it's kind of really attack those issues, those little bugbears that we've had in the game. And I think a lot of people will be going to New York Comic Con with the idea that they're going to have a little chat with Kamam, and I think that's only justified. I do think that the way that we should ask them is not going to go like, oh, your game's shit, you need to. It's just say, look, what is actually the problem, and can you actually resolve these issues, because they keep on recurring back. And we don't want that. We want to have a real kind of clean and crisp game that's able to run on both platforms. And that will be the kind of suggestion that, Kabam, would you run a kind of a slower, not slower pace, but a kind of a less defined kind of game on the Android, and the same one that's on the iOS, because iOS does function better than the Android, and that always goes back to iOS's game kind of optimization. So that's not really something that they can really do with Apple products. Apple products are just run the way they are. But it doesn't mean to say you should limit and kind of take down the game experience for an Android player. They should feel that it's the same or kind of on parallel with regards to pacing and things not bugging out, so to speak. So a lot of these kind of points in this article here, and I will put the link in the description, you can then have a look at some kind of issues that are being resolved, right the way through to power stealing and power burning issues, the 6-star shards being made a return, and as well the special attacks can be interrupted by players or opponents, resulting in the special attack being cancelled while the power required is still being used. So yeah, a lot of things do need to be addressed. There are a few other ones than that do need to be looked at. So really hoping Kabam get themselves sorted with regards to consistency, and that's the word of the day with regards to the game. Consistency needs to be there. And our last story revisits this November icon, which has now changed. This is the same guy that delivered the last icon, the icon where we saw Gladiator Thor. And obviously we did say at the time, look, what are Kabam doing? Are they releasing 2 one month and then 1 another? Because at this rate we've only got 1 that can be released in December, which could tie into, well, could tie into Act 5 Chapter 4, but it's really hard to tell at the moment. However though, Hela has been confirmed. This is from, like we said, the same guy that delivered the Morningstar and Blade image. Obviously it's a bit odd to kind of have these ones kind of data mined, like one wasn't correct, then it was correct, now this is it. I know a lot of people will be like, well, didn't you have that last icon? Yeah, so I'm equally kind of like, whoa, what the F is going on here? But it does then say that November we got 2 champs, which means December we get 1 champ. Very strange, very odd, but yeah. And what do we really want to expect from this? What should we expect? Very hard to tell how they're going to make this kind of like Hela character scale down with power, because if you look at things like Dormammu and you look at Mephisto, these are champions that are meant to be based on their comic source. They're meant to be these kind of all-powerful conquering beasts, or kind of dimensional beings. But what kind of extent of kind of scale down will we see with regards to power? Because it will be probably a champion that's based on power. More likely Mystic, some chance that it is going to be a Cosmic. And I think I said quite a while ago that we were kind of lacking in the Mystic department. So we are obviously getting a big boost to Mystic at the moment. It's just going to just completely go in ham. Gladiator Thor obviously will be a Cosmic. So that's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, exciting times to come with regards to character released. So that's been NYCC News. It's been a little bit of a scaled down version, largely because I've got to build a new intro and some other stuff with my templates. So thanks for sticking with the channel, and yeah, F SSDs, F them, because when they go down, they don't just take your images and files which you're able to get back, but they also take all of your best laid planning and kind of building of stuff that you spend so much time doing. Anyway, we're back up and running, and that's the main thing. So thanks very much for support, love, and yeah, catch you on a live stream. I'll be live streaming a lot more now that I've rebuilt that. So thanks very much again. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.